let's start with the core four.
Entrepreneurs. We're not targeting startups.
Right. You said it. He agrees. I'm sure Charles agrees. We don't want entrepreneurs and startups. We want ongoing, established, closely held.
Yeah, sure.
By your definition,
Yes.
we took small
Out.
of the creative brief. Everybody wants ongoing,
Okay.
established,
To me, it is-
with a potential to really
it's a
grow.
huge gap out there. I mean, the big firms, big law firms, I'm not from big McKinsey's and things like that. They don't target this market.
Correct. Neither do the consulting firms. Neither do the, you know, the.
So this is a very narrow. I think it's a very smart market to hit.
What I envision is a very slick, very polished,
Type.
tight. All right, here's my presentation. I have two. Let me do the one first that's pure takeaway so that somebody can go home and do something. And it works like this. Okay? I start out by telling people your advertising doesn't work. That's the first thing I hear from everybody. And the reason is you're not doing it right.
What I've done here is look at companies who succeed and grow consistently and see what are the characteristics of them, what do they have in place that seems to be a common characteristic, whether they're large corporations or they're small or mid-sized companies. But the common, one of the basic characteristics is they're successful and they continue to be successful. And so what I've identified was I call the 10 essential elements to long-term sustained growth. And basically it's 1 through 10. And it starts with the first one. Companies start by having a plan. They have a vision of where they want the company to be 3 years from now. They have a very specific, measurable action plan for what they're going to do this year. And they operate according to the plan. 2, they hold themselves and their employees accountable, and the owners are not hesitant that if there is a problem with an employee, they deal with that problem quickly, and if it's necessary,
The presentation that Steve saw portion of when I did it for my networking group roughly a month ago. So we start really with the very basics of formation and structure, move on to the importance of having an operating agreement among the members of the company or the shareholders of the company. Talk about what it's like to enter into real estate transactions if you're moving into office space, leasing space, buying a building. Move on to what are the challenges with respect to having employees, whether they be under contract or just regular line employees. Move on to some of the regulatory issues that face businesses. Talk a little bit about intellectual property and the importance of protecting your intellectual property, and then end with a going public or exit strategy. What's involved if you actually reach the point of success where you are thinking about doing an IPO or trying to find outside investors. So the legal challenges facing the closely held business. That isn't all the legal challenges facing closely held businesses, and it certainly is just a 30,000-foot overview, but it is designed to target the market.
Where do I go from here? So I want to give them a tool that they can actually use and then come back and engage you.
And I think that's part 2 of one of the things that we're going to talk about is, okay, A, the presentation, and B, the walk away.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want them to walk away with physically in their hands so that they have an extended memory, and hopefully in this walk away there are tools.